Your stock is not a cult. You can sell. Don't make an investment your identity. On Reddit, it's incredibly easy to find a niche of people who believe the same thing as you. Do you like making out with toasters? There's a community for you to discuss which toaster has the nicest shell and to tell you you're not a weirdo. However, echo chambers can be extremely dangerous when investing. After seeing the MMTLP post, it reminded me that some people need a reminder that investing in a stock isn't a movement or an identity. To this day, there are still people who believe their shares of bankrupt Sears will make them rich. There is a Sears Forever subreddit for these people. To this day, there are still people who believe their shares of bankrupt BBBYQ will make them rich. There is a subreddit for this and even a live YouTube show. Echo chambers will tell you what you want to hear. It's not your fault, you didn't make a bad investment. Shadowy figures are conspiring to bring your investment down, it's not your fault. This investment will make us rich soon. Any doubt is downvoted to oblivion. People who say anything bearish are banned. If you decide to sell your shares after something like bankruptcy is announced, well, you're just a shill working for the hedgies and you'll be shunned. I am not trying to victim blame here. Uneducated people can fall for this stuff simply because they don't know better and they like to be a part of a community. But for those of you reading this who aren't too far gone into the financial QAnon, please be careful. Remember, if your investment thesis is good, it can handle criticism from others. Don't be afraid to bring up the stocks you're invested in here to get some ideas on what others think. And I can't believe this needs to be said, but since Hertz broke people's minds, it does need to be said. Bankrupt companies are not good investments 99% of the time. X200B 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 I was watching R-Neo for fun these couple days. Popcorn. It's especially terrible in crypto subreddits. It's like religion to these people. What I can't figure out is why so many people get sucked into that narrative with assets. It becomes their identity and it makes absolutely no sense to me. Where's this toaster makeout Reddit I keep hearing about? My Enron stock is going to moon soon. I own PLTR and RPLTR is the most pathetic, desperate, needy echo chamber I had the unfortunate experience of being subscribed to for a day and a half. Unless it's Vu Spy, then all of a sudden everyone's got their arms up. Yeah, that's how Reddit works. Even on non-stock subreddits. Our battlefield still circle jerks over BF4 and BF1. Our politics circle jerks specific parties and down votes anything negative about them. This isn't uncommon. I'd argue it's rare to find something on Reddit that isn't biased or manipulated in this way. RBBBY is a perfect example of how cults and conspiracy groups start. It used to be a sub for people holding onto the stock and hoping for a miracle. Now it's a full-on conspiracy echo chamber full of delusional middle-aged men. No way is me being 100 in BRKB. Buying Brooks, C's Candy, Duracell, and Fruit of the Loom is culty. No way. BRB time for a DQ blizzard. Good luck trying to get through to them. Do you guys remember $BBBY? They're still going at it at RBBBYLMFAO. Guilty bagholding Clove. The reason for not selling is that they are turning positive. Finally profitable. So at this point I think I would be selling on the actual bottom. Might as well hold it now. Recover a bit to reduce the pain. Happy for an unbiased view without sunk cost fallacy topped up with some confirmation bias. Speaking of toasters, I still think of Quiznos. But that shitty rat commercial makes me want to shaking my head at whoever approved that shit. I'm just here to buy bank ETFs. Where's that cult at? But bro, you clearly didn't read the DD. I am promised millions for my diamond hands. I am not allowed to bring up the company I like here. Even though the latest quarterly report was very positive and the board of directors appears to be doing great job with the company turnaround plan. I understand I am in an echo chamber. I recognize it and look for sources outside of the echo chamber. But when we cannot discuss the company in other subreddits, apparently it's a Reddit admin rule against brigading the echo chamber is about all I have. The smart ones are the ones who join the cult, promote the cult, then cut ties with the cult once the stock 10x. If only I saw this post 2 years ago. Gulp. Conversely, don't be afraid to believe in your own analysis. Make sure you are well informed, though. But AAPL go BRRRRRRRRRRT. People who say anything bearish are banned. I have this legendary quote from the Superstonk mod team in my DMs about a removed post which goes along the lines of, negative sentiment is very much welcome here but not every post is. Obviously. LOL. Any sub on any topic that is full of those telltale high effort, long form text posts trying to convince people of something that cannot be proven. Those subs are always traps. And they're not always about money. I dunno. I for one enjoy these cults. There is no greater entertainment than stopping by the Superstonk sub and seeing the mental gymnastics these people go through to convince themselves they didn't just dump their life savings on a lottery ticket. It's peak entertainment. And you can also make some easy money off them by selling calls at the right time. Relatively high IV for a stock that's had almost zero upward movement in the last 24 months. Spam post across multiple subs. I believe that the identity and camaraderie that comes with being an owner of the stock and member of the group is more important than the losses. It is a cult. Yup. Any level of pragmatism or thought at all would make a person realize that the only reason to buy an investment is to make money. Sitting on 99 bags for the entirety of your 20s or 30s is not the way to wealth. And betting on a MOASS or some other grossly impossible concept is literally the same thing as buying a lottery ticket, which is the worst financial decision you can make by far. If the market would be fair and Wall Street would play by the rules, there would be no stock cults. Hedge funds and banks get fined dozens of times over the course of years. But they are still allowed to trade. It's just cost of business. Regardless how much you bend or break the rules, if the fine is not severe, they will continue to fuck the little man over. My high priest of AMC says everything you wrote is lies. Truth is only that AMC will be biggest gainer. It is actually a green energy AI company and the shadow forces don't want you to know that. Popcorn cures sleep apnea and improves gas mileage. Surprising to see so many meme stock idiots here in the comments. This sub really is ruined. There is no convincing those people. I quit trying to even have this discussion. People get so irrationally angry when you try to warn them they're being scammed that they insult you. Fuck 'em. It is also not a team sport. Honestly, I was up 880 on my portfolio until my rich best friend's $740K annual salary convinced me to jump in a bunch of bullshit stocks. I am now down 95 in. Don't trust anyone and do your own DD. I am a damn foo sometimes, man. Better at gambling in LV than listening to friends' stock ideas.